Welcome back to Cactus Core Play Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. My name is Kevandre. Last time, I betrayed Kay, but he betrayed me, so it's fine. And then we were friends, and we went searching for everything. We ended up in the Golem Bay, where there was nothing in the safe. And we also ended up in the treatment center, where we did, in fact, find Quark. He was inside one of the treatment pod boys. Also, Foggy was there and causing a ruckus. Classic cat. Yeah, and so now we're in the rec room, and we're going to spray the Spritzy on everybody's bracelets, because we discovered that the old woman that we found earlier, the corpse of the old woman that we found earlier, had a missing blood stain on her wrist where she might have been wearing one of the bracelets. So we're spraying Spritzy everywhere to see if maybe somebody took the bracelet off of her as an imposter in the game. Except for Kay, because his bracelet is different from everybody else's. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward. This okay? Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the Spritzy from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists. Gah! Cold! What the hell, man? Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course. That leaves only Dio. Wait, what are you talking about? I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this. Why do I have to do what you tell me to? Because I'm trying to prove your innocence. Like hell you are! I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not going to find it on me. Then just show me your arm. No! You don't get to order me around, I have rights! As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio. Gah! He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him! Right? Don't know what you're talking about, but okay. All three of us leapt at Dio. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means... Let me go! Get off me, you fuckers! Dio, you killed the old lady. No! You don't understand! This is all some kind of a mistake. Shit. What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story. As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi what Kay and I had discovered on the old woman's wrist. So the person with the bloody bracelet would have had to be the person who killed her. Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the Spritzy would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well? Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and I took a bracelet. Why? Are you his hero? No! I was under orders. I was sent here to do something. To do what? Who gave you this order? I'll die before I tell you. So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives? Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna. That wasn't you? Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill. Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people. Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again. But where would we put him? Is there a room where we can lock or anything? Ah, perhaps we can put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape. Oh yeah. Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that. Come on, please! Hey, listen to me! We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door. Don't fuck with me, you guys. There is no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go. Let me go. God damn it. I told you assholes to let me go. You can't do this. Stop. Stop. Please stop. Please, no, you can't. Open this fucking thing. I said open it, goddammit. I don't think so. You're gonna pay for this. When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you. So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark. Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji. Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point. Let's go. Beep boop. Warehouse. Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to look for them. How much time until the white door's open? 50 minutes. Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now. K9 nodded. By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about. Oh yeah? Yeah, Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why? How should I know?
Presumably it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is. Pretty much. I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game. What? We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one... Oh no! We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door. Yeah. Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo cup. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's a cyan pair? Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone and his 2 teammates have disappeared. What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet? Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did. Then, why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know. But it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the door is a Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors? If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is still just all speculation, though. Just lean back in my chair. Adjust this a bit. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back. Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go to see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you. Of course. Dio. Beep boop bop. The red blood of angry men. Something something. Les Miserables. Ah yes, the panty. This is the panty?
So it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
The lounge! I say that every time I go to the lounge. You know, Stigma, back in Moscow, I would have loved to have this booze. I will drink all of it. There's just a Ghost 7 haunting this whole place. No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably could have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask.
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I've gotten so used to the suit that I've kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When did you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke!
Oh, Sigma.
This is serious.
Sorry. So, you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well...
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him. Oh, it's so adorable!
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We develop body language to communicate with others, and when no one to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, Okay. I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father had ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of the lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, and I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I'd still have the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. The robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble, too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we'd considered our living room had changed too, but it had been another room. But she made it feel comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished most. For a little while every day, I got a family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful. But most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life? Or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she'd conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she showed me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was with the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have wanted to die, would have to die.
Fuck me, dude. A lot of talking makes me fuck up a lot, I'm sorry.
But I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she had been given her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory.
Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct. Especially more recent events.
Huh.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need a rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I'd better get moving then. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse. Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Yeah. Where's Kay? He's in the lounge. You decided to split up? Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door of the lounge and walked in. What's up with him? I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit. Is he alright? I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired. Tired, huh? How are you feeling? What? I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock. Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we still have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's the whole nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... You think it's Dio? Who knows? Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi. Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you? No, that's not it. I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too. She trailed off. Hmm? You heard that, right? Yeah. It came from the hallway. Let's go have a look. There's nobody here. Maybe they got on the elevator? Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs. Boom, boom, boom. Thought so. Let's go. Which way? Where do you think they went? Let's just head for the green door. Why? Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are. So? You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe. They're fine. Tenmyoji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio. Are you sure? Huh? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth? Are you serious? You're gonna believe him? It doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful. Alright, fine. Keep your secrets. We headed to the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. There was Quark, sound asleep. See? Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio? Let's open his. What the hell? Check his pulse. It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead. Look, The oxygen level for his pods is 0%. Then that means he asphyxiated. But why? Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels. Who? Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go. Without waiting for me to follow, Fi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up! Something's happened! When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained about how we'd found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice and Luna. Then who killed him if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji. There's also Quark. What? No. That's impossible. Are you suggesting that Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep? No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Vi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the 4B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge. She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. And perhaps it is likely that Clover or Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything? Nope.
In any event, we don't have any great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh, crap! We've only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open. Alright, let's get back to the 4B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, where's Dio's bracelet?
His what? Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Vi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit, you're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way to grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll grab the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
The yellow pair bracelets. Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them in my pocket. Alright, let's get going. Shit! They're not here. Maybe they did go through the door like Kay said. With Quark's bracelet? Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of that from Dio. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Fi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here. Hey, lay off. I want to believe that they're alive too. But we heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
Did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically yes, but best to just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What? What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess... Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close. With the bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will. Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're gonna be... Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just... Fuck that! You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? But what kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ah! God damn it! This was bad. What was I gonna do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Dun, dun, dun. Yet another to be continued. Crazy, crazy times. Oh man, where are we going to start next time? I guess maybe we'll go and do the route where we ally with Kay. Then, for next time. So that should be good. But yeah, that's going to be it for this time. A fine how do you do. Whew. Alright, so today's shoutout is going to go to a game that I am remarkably late to the party on, and that is Yakuza 0. Now, Yakuza is a Sega franchise that is reasonably popular, and my friend Roddick in Poland loves Yakuza, and he's been telling me for a while to play it. It came out on Game Pass a couple months ago, and I actually started to play it on PS4 like a year ago. But with PS4, I don't like playing on the PS4 unless I really, really like the game. So I started it. I saw that it had a Japanese dub exclusively, right? And there's no English dub on it. And I was like, okay, I'm already turned off on this. Plus, I'm already turned off on playing on the PS4. So I basically stopped after the first mission. Came out on Game Pass. And I was like, you know what, I'll give this another shot. I'll just try to deal with the Japanese dub. At least I'll be playing on a console I like this time. And it did eventually suck me in. So now I'm on like chapter 5 in the game. And enjoying myself quite a bit. Kiryu and Majima are both very interesting characters. I'm excited to see what happens with this game. It's both hilarious, fun to play, and just really well written. I'm very intrigued by the main plot and the side plots. So many fun things. I definitely recommend this game. If you have access to Game Pass or PS4. I guess it's on Steam too, I think. I think I even have it on Steam. Yeah, check out Yakuza 0. It's a prequel to the first Yakuza. And it's apparently the best place to start. And then they remade the first 2 Yakuzas. They're called Kiwami 1 and 2 as well, and those are also on Game Pass. So good stuff. If I get all the way through Yakuza 0 and I want more, I've got more options too, so that's fun. But yeah, that's it for today. Next time, another trip down the flowchart. See you then.